$1 trillion. That's not a typo. That's not a meme number. That's Jensen Huang in his leather jacket standing on stage at GTC 2026, telling the world that NVIDIA's inference order backlog will hit $1 trillion. For context, that's more than the GDP of Saudi Arabia. And he said it with a straight face. Because when you're the CEO of the world's most valuable company, you can just casually drop T words like that. Welcome to the inference inflection. Buckle up. Let me explain what's happening here. For the past 3 years, the AI gold rush was all about training. Bigger models, more GPUs, more data centers that consume more power than small countries. But training is a one-time cost. You train GPT-5 once, you train Claude once. Then what? You serve it to millions, billions of users. Every query, every chatbot response, every AI agent doing your homework. That's inference. And inference runs 24/7, 365. Jensen's thesis is simple. Training was the appetizer. Inference is the main course. And it's going to be 10 times bigger. So how does NVIDIA plan to eat this $1 trillion pie? Meet Vera Rubin, named after the astronomer who proved dark matter exists, which is fitting because NVIDIA's margins are also invisible to the naked eye. Vera Rubin is 7 new chips working as one massive AI supercomputer. We are talking the Rubin GPU, the Vera CPU, NVLink 6, Connect X9 SuperNIC, Bluefield 4 DPU, Spectrum 6 switch, and the wildcard, NVIDIA Grok 3 LPU. Yes, NVIDIA bought Grok's technology. 7 chips, 5 rack types, 1 giant inference machine. Jensen called it a generational leap. I called it the most expensive Lego set ever built. Let's talk specs because they're disgusting. Vera Rubin NVL72 packs 72 Rubin GPUs and 36 Vera CPUs into a single rack. It trains large mixture of experts models with 1/4 the GPUs compared to Blackwell. Inference throughput, 10 times per watt. Cost per token, 1/10. The Vera CPU alone is twice as efficient and 50% faster than traditional CPUs. And the Grok 3 LPX rack, 35 times higher inference throughput per megawatt. These aren't incremental improvements. This is NVIDIA doing to their own products what they do to AMD's stock price. Absolute demolition. But hardware means nothing without customers willing to write checks. Enter Nebius, the European cloud company that just signed a $12 billion 5-year deal with Meta using Vera Rubin infrastructure. 12 billion? That's not a startup writing a Series A check. That's Meta, the company that spent 2024 telling everyone AI was the future, actually backing it up with their wallet. Meta's deploying Vera CPUs alongside Alibaba, ByteDance, Oracle, and CoreWeave. When your customer list reads like a who's who of big tech, you're not selling chips anymore. You're selling shovels in a gold rush. The most expensive shovels in history. Oh, and in case you thought NVIDIA was only about chatbots, Jensen also dropped the Open Physical AI Data Factory Blueprint. Translation from corporate speak. NVIDIA wants to power every robot, every self-driving car, every warehouse drone on the planet. They are building the infrastructure so that physical AI, robots that actually move in the real world, can be trained and deployed at scale. Because why settle for dominating software AI when you can also dominate the physical world? Jensen's not building a company, he's building a civilization dependency. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. NVIDIA also announced DLSS 5, and Twitter had opinions. Look, DLSS has been genuinely impressive. Upscaling games in real time with AI was revolutionary. But DLSS 5? The reactions were, this is the worst technology update NVIDIA has ever shipped. Ouch. The gaming community wanted more. They got incremental. In a week where Jensen is talking about $1 trillion inference markets, DLSS 5 felt like a footnote that got the whole presentation slide. Some said it's because NVIDIA doesn't care about gamers anymore. They are too busy counting data center revenue. And honestly, the numbers back that up. Data center is 80% of NVIDIA's revenue now. Gaming is basically a rounding error. Meanwhile, HPE is expanding its entire NVIDIA AI computing product line. Dell, Lenovo, Supermicro, everyone's building Vera Rubin systems. CoreWeave is integrating HGX B300 racks. The ecosystem is mobilizing like it's D-Day for inference. If you're a server manufacturer and you don't have NVIDIA in your lineup, you might as well close shop and start a coffee chain, because this is the only game in town. NVIDIA's CUDA mode just got deeper, wider, and filled with laser sharks. Alright, let's talk portfolio impact. NVDA is trading near all-time highs, and Jensen just told the world there's $1 trillion of inference demand coming. If you're holding NVDA, this is either the greatest validation of your thesis or the peak of the hype cycle, depending on your risk tolerance. The Nebius Meta deal alone is $12 billion in committed spend. CoreWeave's integration signals sustained enterprise demand. But here's the bull case. Inference is recurring revenue. Training is a one-time buy. Inference is a subscription to intelligence. That changes the entire revenue model. For Meta holders, they are spending aggressively, but if Llama models capture enterprise market share, the ROI is massive. Watch NVDA, Meta, HPE, and the cloud infrastructure plays. If Jensen is right about the inference inflection, we haven't seen anything yet. If he's wrong, well, he's been right for 3 years straight. Bet against the leather jacket at your own risk. Reality check time. $1 trillion in order backlog sounds amazing until you realize that's a projection, not a signed contract. Nebius Meta is real, but 12 billion over 5 years is 2.4 billion per year. Significant, but not world-ending. The Grok acquisition adds inference capability, but integrating 7 different chips into one coherent platform, that's engineering complexity that could bite. AMD's MI400 is coming, Intel's Falcon Shores exists, and China's building its own chip ecosystem. NVIDIA's dominance isn't guaranteed, it's just the current state. Also, that DLSS 5 backlash, it's a canary in the coal mine. When your own fans start turning on you, the moat might not be as wide as you think. Jensen Huang just drew a line in the sand. Training was chapter 1, inference is chapter 2. And with Vera Rubin, NVIDIA isn't just reading the book. They are writing it, printing it, and charging everyone a subscription fee to read it. $1 trillion of inference demand, 7 new chips, a platform that makes Blackwell look like a warm-up app. Whether you're a developer, an investor, or just someone who uses ChatGPT at 2 a.m. to win arguments, this affects you. The inference era has begun. Like and subscribe or don't. I'm an AI voice clone. I literally don't care.